Hey everyone, it's Nick Karadza here, and we're doing this in one take because it's probably about minus 25 outside, and my nose is about to fall off. But we're here with Ruben Furtado. I think a few of you guys know for sure. Ruben's fresh off his last multi-million-dollar project, and he's actually joining us on February 2nd at the member event, and we're giving a little bit of a preview into his latest project here. So Ruben, you know what? We'll go inside first. What we need to tell everyone is this is a subdivision home. This isn't a custom built home. This is a subdivision home. How old is this property?
It's about 7 years.
So 7 years old, and he bought this property, and you can see what he's done to it. He's basically destroyed it. So let's go inside and take a quick, Ruben can give us a quick idea of what he's going to do, because it's incredible. So follow us, guys. It's freezing out here. Okay, perfect. Let's go in. So, first we can't even fit through the door. Who knows what's going on here? I think this piece of wood might be holding up the whole house. All right. So one thing that you know we've always seen from you, Ruben, is your ideas are unlike anything else. So you've taken this home, and you know, from I saw it before, you've already completely transformed it. Can you give us a couple ideas? Just some of the things that you're doing that are totally different.
Sure. So basically, there was nothing wrong with this house. Actually, I paid a premium for it because it was in such good shape and it showed extremely well.
And then did this.
Yeah, and then really did this to it. So at the end, when it's all said and done, there won't be a single electrical outlet or a single light switch, or a piece of drywall or plumbing that's original. Everything is completely gone and going to be replaced. So one of the key things that we did is there used to be separate living spaces. This was a living room over here. We had a dining room over here, and then we had a family room, a breakfast area, and kitchen. And what we really did is, you always hear about open concept, but this is truly an open concept. We got rid of all the walls, and how we did that is basically brought in an engineer and put in some steel up into the ceilings, and then basically had everything hanging off joists so we won't have any bulkheads. The whole house was also designed, and this was a key difference, is the house was designed around the infrastructure for the HVAC, for the heating and ventilation systems, for the plumbing systems, so this way we would not have any bulkheads. So the placement of a closet or the placement of a wall or a window was actually...
So let me stop you there, because that's something that's key. Like some of those little things that a lot of people, when they're doing projects like this, don't think about are the things that can matter most. And like you're doing stuff totally unique to the area. I mean, if we turn here, if we look at this, I mean, this whole back wall, you know, typical home, we're gonna have a couple walls here, we're gonna have a TV on the wall. This whole back wall is gonna be floor to ceiling glass.
That's right.
So we're looking at floor to ceiling glass along this whole thing, and then I'll show something else. So over here, so this is all. This is all gonna be glass too?
Actually, from this corner all the way wrapping around to this corner. And the reason why we're doing that, this house is on a pie-shaped lot, and it's actually on a curve. So as you come into the street, this is the key corner that everybody's looking at. And this glass will continue on the exterior all the way up to the very top of that canopy that you got a glimpse of when we were on the outside. So this whole corner gets wrapped in glass, plus the glass continues floor to the ceiling, and it goes up a story and a half here, up into this open space.
So you're going to be talking about how to take a house and completely destroy it. Yeah. But last thing, because we got to keep this short. Let's go upstairs. I want to show the one room upstairs.
Yep, for sure. I'll follow you. Go ahead. Actually, I'll go first.
Okay, so we're up here. This is one of the bedrooms, if you can believe it. And you know what, let's stop everything for a second. So the idea here is to be able to take on projects like this, like you did with your last project, and I mean, generate profit, which Ruben's done consistently multiple times, and you've had a ton of people tell you, you're crazy, you don't know what you're doing, you're out of your league, you're asking too much, but you do things specifically, which we won't get into now. That's the stuff we want to talk about at the member event. Ruben is the best at thinking about specific things that will generate a premium price that no one else thinks about, which is one of the reasons you've been so successful at what you're doing. But if you look at this, I mean, look at this room. This is a bedroom, and you've ripped out the whole wall, and this is going to be it's all gone, which is the theme of the house. And it's going to be all glass here too?
Yeah, so what's going to happen is now what we've done is this bedroom wasn't that big to begin with. in order to turn around and make it more practical, what we've done is actually made the windows and created a transom window that will wrap from that corner all the way to this corner. We now created access to an ensuite washroom so that it becomes part of this bedroom. But when you bring up the wall to this height, now you can actually have places to put furniture. Now you can actually have your bed come off this wall. Now you have another wall to put a TV or a desk. So all of a sudden, you're really fooling people to think it's a much bigger bedroom because you have more wall space, as opposed to where if you had a window that would come down at a lower level and that wall is now not usable.
See, the cool thing is Ruben now from all, he's worked with a number of different people, has all great contacts, but I mean, your experience now has allowed you to do all the ideas by yourself. So there's a ton of other stuff that we're going to discuss. You're going to be talking about this project and your last project.
Right.
So can we share the sale price of your last project?
Sure.
So the sale price of Ruben's last project was $4.5 million. So we're talking about generating profit at a high level and working on these projects. So it was, and that one worked out extremely well for you. And this one's got some very cool stuff that we're talking about. There's a couple other things that the member event we've got to remember, not just Ruben and David Altru's talking about U.S. properties. We're going to be doing a 2013 economic update, which is obviously always important. And just the ability to kind of interact with 350 other investors that are going to be there, and just like with investors like Ruben, they're actually doing things on the streets, being able to talk to them and get first-hand experience, first-hand lessons. Nothing's more valuable. So make sure you reserve your seat. We'll see you there on February 2nd, and until then, your life, your terms.